everyone. It's such an honor for me to be here and speaking to you all today at the World Islamic Economic Forum from the UAE to Malaysia. We send our sincerest wishes, and we're all here today with one goal, a goal that is driving every conversation at this forum. We're driven by a desire to create a world with boundless economic opportunities for our young people. Why? Because prosperity depends on our youth. Global prosperity depends on young people. Investing in youth leads to unlimited compound interest and true prosperity. As we honor leaders that are transforming manufacturing, encouraging greater investment in capabilities, fostering innovation, and driving global skills and development, let me get straight to the point. Governments who understand the compound interest of youth earn big dividends. Governments who don't understand this pay for it. Youth empowerment is not mere virtue. It's not about filling a political void. Youth empowerment is just another word for achieving prosperity. Let's break it down. First, let's start with the basics, and I'm going to surprise you with a bit of definitions. Prosper, what does it mean? Do you know that the word prosper literally means to go forward with hope? Prosper. One more time, what it literally means to go forward with hope. To be honest, this blew my mind. The second word, prosperity, does not mean having a ton of money or material things. It's the opposite. Unprosperous isn't being poor per se, unless you're talking about being poor in spirit and having zero hope or no hope. The second word, despair. Despair is the opposite of hope. Despair is the opposite of prosper. When you are in despair, you have no hope and you stop going forward. That's not a winning combination, therefore. One more time, we need compelling reasons to move forward with hope. Let's look at a second important word, and it's profit. Do you know what the word profit literally means? Profit means to make progress, and that means the etymological opposite of profit is regress, or to go backward. Now, what I absolutely love about this is the fact that profit follows prosperity. You go forward with hope, and then you make progress. So let's take the keywords from these two definitions, forward and hope. What drives hope forward? What drives hope for the future? The answer is young people and youth. Wait, I have evidence. The 12th Annual Arab Youth Survey performed this year shows that youth are hopeful in this region. It shows now more than ever Arab youth believe that they can make a difference through their government's support. No time like the present to seize their trust and make great use of it. The survey says youth are hopeful. If you have a hope map, youth are the GPS. If they despair, we regress. If they hope, we move forward. If they prosper, all of us, humanity, will profit. Let's look at the data on youth. 1.8 billion people aged between the age of 10 to 24 alone. Not to mention nearly half of the world's population are under the age of 35. And many of them expect to even demand change. This affects us all, especially in the MENA region, where 60% of our population is under the age of 34. And in the UAE, 49%. The data is clear, and the UAE understands that the dividends of all aspects of our investment hinge upon the investment of young people. So now that we have established that investing in youth is the only way for prosperity, what do we do with that understanding? I'll tell you what the United Arab Emirates has done. The UAE's model of investing in youth is a living case study in the path to the real 21st century prosperity. We make youth the innovators and the co-creators of our tomorrow because we understand our prosperity depends on them. The UAE has spent the last years, the last 5 to be specific, transforming into a new government infrastructure that listens to youth, engages with them in every aspect of government and society, and puts them at the table, not only as guests, but as co-authors. We have made maverick investments in creating a new model to engage, empower, and fully invest in young people at home and abroad. This is built upon the Emirati values that stand for public policy built on the foundation and motivation of loving and serving people. First, we listen to youth. Youth circles are our signature platform to hear the voice, ideas, needs, and challenges of youth in direct conversation with decision makers. We engage in every aspect of the way. Second, we empower them with programs and platforms that build their skills and leverage on their creativity. And we have our youth leadership programs, our technology fellowships and youth business market, podcast programs, media leaders programs. Any skill that empowers youth to prosper and lead meaningful, productive lives is a priority for us. Third, we empower young people in policy, 106 youth councils where youth are able to engage in every national, regional and global area across every ministry of government, including ministries of climate change and sustainable development goals. Youth councils are taking command and are committed to steps that solve the climate equation. They have launched a national youth strategy focused on climate, developed by and for youth. Fourth, we put youth at the table, and we have policies to ensure youth are on every federal board of directors and join every delegation representing the UAE out of the country. Five, finally, we measure youth empowerment. Earlier this year, Cabinet has launched the world's first Youth Empowerment Index. We have a Youth Empowerment Index that helps organizations measure how well they empower youth and learn how to do it better by listening to young people. This tells us the programs and policies and the need of young people in terms of empowerment. I mentioned several platforms earlier, and they all fit under one umbrella and one innovative approach that we have taken to our national youth strategy that de-siloed youth from sports and engaged young people in every ministry in a comprehensive, cross-cutting application to young people in all sectors. And most importantly, we put youth at the table and let them lead. We're focusing not only on programming alone, but also on a framework that targets their character, their participation, their ecosystem that best support them. Every platform that supports youth's character and participation and engagement to a special ecosystem. That's the investment on youth that yields returns, and to continue to do it and grow it and build upon it and involve youth in the process. This is growth, and this is change, and this is prosperity. Truly a world wonder. And this is where investment becomes a verb. After listening, action must come. Prosperity starts with true listening, creating tangible support. And this is where the startups, disruptive business models, and digital innovations to support the advancement of the United Nations SDGs and drive global goods are paramount. After government listening and after governments acting on what they hear, technology and an innovative ecosystem becomes a key tool for positive social change. When youth are empowered, nations are empowered. When youth prosper, nations prosper. And when youth profit, nations profit. Today, I'm issuing you a challenge to make a bold leap. 1, count how many seats you give to youth at the table with you with decision makers. 2, create at least 1 to 2 more seats at each of these tables for young people to listen and offer their fresh perspectives. 3, take action on at least 2 to 3 of these ideas. 4, empower them to lead or co-lead themselves. 5, share your findings with the World Islamic Economic Forum. And 6, we are strong in our lessons learned together. And every step is an investment. And every time we listen, every platform, every program, every youth, every time. Because surely, if compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world, then the dividends of investing in youth is surely the 9th. I hope you will all join us and help create this change. Thank you.